Hey, good morning. Good morning. I'm back here with the king of chaos, the king of all mayhem and insanity over here, which is Danny. And it's a Joe and Danny show, you know. And,
Good morning, Joe.
hello, Danny. How are you?
Okay. Good morning, Mike. How are you, Mike? Hope
Yeah,
everything
Mike
is well.
Jasper's here. First guy here.
Right.
Well, yeah, just wanted to do another stream. The thing is, let's face the facts here. I want to try to keep it like once a week, but sometimes, Danny, you predict it all the time that I
Yeah.
can't resist coming on more. You know what I mean?
Well, it's very healthy. You talk to people, you get things out, you feel better, you pass some time. Right now you're alone, right? There's nobody home but you.
Exactly. Exactly. We gotta, I'm just gonna say a guy in the comments said, you notice from last time I haven't blocked you because I believe in peace and love, and the rest depends on him. But the thing is, we'll see how it goes. If you're just gonna be around to make fun of people's names and stuff, you can take a freaking hike. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna feel it out a little bit, see how it goes. By the way, I'm going to say one thing that's important, and you will know what I'm talking about. Transparent one. You will know when I say this. It's not me. It is not me. That's all I'm going to tell you. So, Dino, what's going on? Dino's here. Heel boy, heel. Dino.
Morning, Dino.
And hey, Pablo loves
Hey,
vinyl.
Pablo. What's up,
Here we
dude?
go. Here we go.
And Invisible Ray, how you doing? Hope you're
I
doing.
asked you not to say, you want to really use this little clip. I didn't say the guy's name. You
So
know what I
what?
mean?
So
It's
I
a
believe in.
transparent
I,
one, and you say his name.
I believe in peace and love and
That's what I
forgiveness.
said on my
Oh,
end.
so
Yeah, exactly. I swear to God, I swear on my collection, I swear on my health. It's not about me. I mean, there might be a little tiny bit, but trust me when I tell you, most of the anger is aimed at not me. Let's put it. I'm gonna say who, but
right.
trust me, you know. Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Danny. Thank you very much for getting it up to a really rollicking start. You deserve a very early morning poke in the eyes for that. So, you know. But anyway, it is
Yeah.
what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. Sometimes I wonder, like, how would it be if, like, I joined forces with the transparent one, and I like went on, we talked and went on, but I'm not going to go against anybody else, but try to be fair, Hey, look, I'm going to say one thing. He's a freaking funny guy. I've said it before. He can be a funny guy, and I'm going to say this much. Dun, 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 dun. I'm coming home. I've done my time.
Yeah, he's very creative. He's very creative, funny, but he goes in the wrong direction. But that's his game. What are you gonna do?
The king of chaos, the king of
Dino,
chaos.
what's happening, Dino? What time is it over by you? It's got to be like.
No, Danny's frozen.
What else is new?
All right, now you're not frozen anymore. It's only a momentary freeze, but
Yeah,
hopefully.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's an internet service or what the hell it is.
Well, I'll tell you one thing: the weather is pretty damn lousy. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, if you see like foggy or that's smoke, hazy. That's smoke.
Yeah,
You
it's gray out there, but it could also be known as a gray, cloudy day too.
What they said on Channel 5 News that we.
Oh, Danny, you're freezing. Folks, let me know what's going on with me too. If I'm freezing, Danny's still frozen. Let's wait to see if he unfreezes.
You're
Can't
buffering.
do a show. Oh, there we go. Now he's on.
Yeah. It goes away. It goes away.
And then your mouth is not in sync with the words, but that clears up too after a while.
What you gotta do?
Well, we'll just take it as it is, as long as some of the words get through, and hopefully, I'm not getting crazy all over the place here. Now, Anyway, so we'll talk about stuff as this stream goes on here. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my God.
Oh, nobody cares about the fest. I'm with you on the fest, man. I'm with you. You know what I mean? It's not what it was. It's not what it was for a long time, but I have a good time, as I've said, going there to hang out with friends. That's why I go there. Hang out with friends, meet some people out there, maybe say hi to some people, watch the channel. That's why I like going, but I'm not going this time simply because I just don't have the money. It's just too expensive. You got to buy airfare. I'm gonna spill the beans here a little bit. First of all, you got to buy airfare off the plane.
All right.
You have to buy a hotel room. That do the math here. Hotel room could be like $300 a night, or $270 or something like that a night. And also, I got to pay admission in there. Some people get free admission. Don't kid yourself. But certain people have to pay for the 3 days, and that's like 3 days is like $300, or it's probably like the late 279 or something, 280 for 3 days. So it adds up, Just figure it. I did not see the Back to the Egg on location. No, I didn't. I'll have to find out a little more about that as time goes on, But I'm here to try to say, just to try to, I don't know, to announce. Let's try to, everybody, come on, people now. Smile on your brother, everybody get together. All that stuff. You know what I mean?
That's the Young Bloods. That's the Young Bloods. That's a one-hit wonder,
I like
Great
that song.
Yeah, I love that song too. Hi, Robbie.
Hello, Robbie. What's going on?
We love you, Robbie. Yeah, Joe.
So anyway, it is what it is.
So yesterday we had a stream. It ran over 2.5 hours. And,
it was so much fun. I didn't want to stop, but if it goes on too long, it's not really.
Yeah, sure.
It's not really good. Doing it shorter is better. Something like that. Yeah, I'm about to build an ark. It has been cloudy and rained for 12 days straight. And all you got to do is have 2 of each animal on there, especially the female human. Get 2 women side by side, and in a pair. What's up? I got the sneezes today. It's a dusty room, man. I've been dusting in here a little bit, but I don't think I got everything, all the dust. You didn't miss anything yet. You didn't miss anything. I'm saving it till more people get here. We're going to talk about what happened.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
I mean, what happened after the stream last night? Nothing big, but no big deal.
Yeah, I was watching the news this morning, but I turned the channel real quick, because the story coming up was in Hell's Kitchen in New York City. Yeah, a horse collapsed and died on the street. Yeah, and you could see the horse laying down on the street.
Wow.
So I changed it right away. I didn't want to watch that because they probably show you the horse collapse and die, and it's unnecessary. Children watch that shit, and it leaves a bad impression. Yeah, the media sucks. I'm telling you.
Well, first of all, here we go again. We got to start right. Look, I don't like the idea of a poor horse collapsing or whatever. No way do I like it. But I said, worry about the people too that are collapsing.
No, I worry about the animals.
People, you're unbelievable. Animals.
Wait a minute. People can defend themselves. Animals can't.
Oh, you're so full of baloney. You go out there and deal with a lion and a bear and a bull. At the Matador. I'll tell you one thing. I do love when a bull, pummels a person, because I hate when they tease the bulls. They run.
Oh yeah. When they get gorged. Yeah.
Oh, I love those. I
love it. The more blood, the better. You know what I mean?
Yes, I believe that. When the bull goes like this and knocks them up like a rag doll and flips them around and everything.
Yeah. I'm against that. Bullfighting. That's a lot of bullshit. Yeah. What they do is they spear them and they start to bleed. So they start to lose a lot of blood, and then of course they collapse and die. That's sad. I don't know who started that shit. But it's sad.
Well, as far as if I got McCartney tickets, no, I didn't even try. I have no desire this time. Mostly, I'll admit, mostly because Paul McCartney's not playing anywhere near me, so
Right.
I'm not going to go. That's another thing. I'm not going to travel, take airfare, and take an airplane to stay at a hotel somewhere. No, not, and he can't sing anymore either. I admit it. He can't sing anymore, but I'll still see him locally if he's local enough. The next 26, I may go around and see him at a local gig. But I'm not going to spend that kind of money. No way. There's no way I'm going to do that. So I'm coming home. I done my time. I'm sorry if you're watching, but I just think this. You got to give credit where it's due. You know what I mean? It was funny. You know what I mean?
Funny stuff. Yeah, funny
And,
stuff.
that's because and I know they don't believe when I say this, but it's when people tell me, "Hey, check this out," and then I say, "Okay," and I say, "Oh, it's just funny." The song was funny.
And he has great taste in music. I love the music that he plays. I have to admit that. There's nothing wrong with it.
Well, I usually, I don't stick around for a lot of music, but what I have heard is good music.
Yeah, definitely great songs.
Usually, the music is good. Personally, I think that people tune in. Maybe I'm wrong, but they don't really want to hear the music. They want to hear the talking. But I just listen to. I ask, well, where is it? Like somebody will tell me it's this funny part or whatever is like 43 minutes in or something.
Right,
so I'll go to the 43-minute mark. Right. So anyway, whatever. But for some reason, I just pictured the man in question when I heard Tony Orlando's that part with tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. The person in question, I pictured sitting on the train smoking a doobie like this, like going to see if there's a yellow ribbon. That's why I thought it was funny. But
yeah,
hey, look, funny's funny, man. What are you gonna do? Daddy, what's up? Marcus, what's up?
Morning,
He loves
Marcus.
Daddy.
How are
That's
you?
okay. Okay.
How's the city?
What's that?
How's
hey, Joe.
how the city was. He's in the city.
Yeah. Cheers. I have black tea. Yeah, black tea.
Black tea. I got decaffeinated coffee.
Okay, so today is going to be. Well, I got to still wait. There's not enough people here, but the aftermath of our discussion yesterday, we had a live stream yesterday. So we'll talk about that. In the meantime, how about that nonsense? Let's not get too political here, but that nonsense about the jeans commercial. What's that girl? Sweeney? What's her name?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know about this? Oh, come on, Daddy. What do you live with your head in the ground, in the sand? What's going on here?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't watch. If I tell you about it, it's no big deal. There was like a commercial with a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman. I think she's an actress. I don't know. And she did a jeans commercial, kind of like the old jeans commercials they used to have in the 70s or something. Right. She has these jeans on. She's a real pretty girl. And she says something like, I have great genes, meaning like her genetics, because of blonde hair, blue eyes and everything. And she's like, it's a double play. She's wearing jeans, but she's got great genes, like inherited.
Yeah.
Great looks. So everybody was getting pissed off.
God.
Yeah.
What else is new? I'm telling you, you can't say anything anymore.
It's like, that's all these things. She's racist. She's this. She's that. It's like, you get that. A beautiful woman is a beautiful woman. I don't care whether it's the girl in the video. I don't care whether it's the beautiful Beyonce, who did similar commercials. Come on.
Yeah.
Beautiful's beautiful.
Right. Oh, people are getting jealous.
Yes, I got everything out of my system for sure. Well, the day is young, but I'm pretty sure today's going to be a good day. And we're going to talk a little about that. Definitely going to talk about that. Yeah, hit the like button. There's not enough. There's not many people here yet, So I mean, if there were going to be, nobody knows we were doing this. This just came up, So
I go back on these chats there, and a lot of times there's no comments. I love to read comments, good or bad. I love the comments. I think people should comment more. After a live stream, or whenever, because I like that. To hear people's comments, and of
yeah,
course,
well,
hit
sure.
that like button because it helps Joe, to get out there. It gets a lot of likes. What happens is,
Yeah, that helps. If you don't like me, I don't give a shit if you hit the downs button. I don't care. You have to live with yourself.
by the way, it doesn't matter if you hit the down, he still gets credit.
Oh yeah, did you know that? That is true. People don't realize that. Any kind of interaction gives credit and attention. Algorithm, it helps. So if people like leave negative comments, or if they
Oh yeah,
put thumbs down, it helps. Believe it or not.
yeah.
So what else we got? So I mean, the reason I mentioned the jeans commercial is I was looking at current events and everything, and you know, this was asked before. There's a lot of John Lennon demos songs that are not put out. I don't know how many, but there were some interesting demos of John doing songs that I don't know. Whatever Happened To is one that what I like. She's a friend of Dorothy's is another one. There were a lot of titles that are not out yet. I didn't stick around with yesterday's live stream, unfortunately. I had a few technical issues at this end. Apologies. But hey, look, this happens. No apologies needed, for sure.
Right. Shit happens.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, stuff happens, and it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. What can I say? How did you sleep last night, Danny?
Pretty good. The night before, I fell out of bed. I don't know what happened. In my dream, I remember somebody was coming at me, and I started to swing. Not to hit them, but to scare them. And the next thing I know, I go ba-boom. I fell off the bed. Good thing that my nightstand is light. It's got a lamp and stuff like that. It's not heavy because I would have hit my head. Because as soon as I went off the bed, it slid. As oh shit, I got up, I got off the floor. I mean, I got up and I went back in the bed. I said, holy shit, this never happened before. But last night, yeah, I sleep good. Yeah, I go to bed 9:30. I go to bed
No,
9:30.
that's early. Yeah, it's early.
I got up 6 o'clock this morning. I could have got up 5, but I said, nah, it's too early. There's nothing doing at 5.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. I hate that. I mean, I went to bed late last night, early this morning. It was 1 a.m. That's kind of late.
Yeah.
But I fell right asleep, and I got up about 6, so 5 hours, 6:15 or something. But the thing is, it's not steady sleep. I don't know about you, but they say this about as you get older. I'm aware constantly. I'm turning to the left. Okay, be careful. Keep your neck steady on the pillow. Keep your spine straight. Okay, now I'm waking up. I'm turning to the right. Now I'll sleep on my back. Like I'm aware of all the turns. Are you?
No, that's not my problem. The problem is that I got enlarged prostate. I got to get up and piss a lot, like 3-4 times a night. Because
Why are you telling me this? I'm not interested in your life story.
Yeah.
it's just that shit. But my bladder isn't completely empty. So I get up multiple times to take a leak. You know what I mean?
Too much information.
Yeah, it's nature. You know what I mean? Everybody pisses.
Yeah, but I know. Well, I was. Hey, you know what? Because I didn't wake up last night because I went at 1 a.m. I peed at 1 a.m. so I didn't have to do any more. But usually I get up one time. And it's like there's no such thing anymore when you get older as just going to bed, going to sleep. You don't know nothing, and you wake up like 8 hours or something with a fresh. No, you got to get up to pee, or you roll. Like I said, I could feel myself constantly shifting positions. I wake up every time I'm shifting up, turning over, back and forth.
You got to go to bed with a clear mind. If you lay in bed, you start thinking about this, start thinking about that. You ain't gonna go to sleep. You know what I mean? And as you get older, like me, you don't need as much sleep. You don't need 8 hours anymore. You can do it with 6. You know what I mean? You don't have to sleep a lot. You sleep less when you get older. You don't need it.
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know why that is. You should need it more as you get older, I would think. But
No, it's the opposite.
50 or 60 Lennon demo songs. I found them on YouTube. It's nice to know he has a wee wee at 11 p.m. That's very informative.
But I like to remember my dreams, and just like Joe, I always go back to where I worked. For some reason, I've been out of work 20 years already. I retired at an early age, but I always dream about work. Sometimes the place that that I dream about, I'm working, is a different kind of work. It's not the same thing. I was in the plumbing industry, and it's different. But I see people in my dreams. I don't know who the hell they are. Their real faces, where they come from. Are we really meeting them in real life? In a different dimension. Dreams are very interesting, and I believe they could be recorded. Just like a signal goes through the cable line, and you get a picture on the TV. They could do the same thing with the brain. Wire you up and have those signals transmitted and turned into a picture. I believe that could be done.
Well, they haven't done it yet. If they could, I thought they would by now.
They might have did it already, but they won't tell you everything. Everything's secret in the United States.
I've not seen Race with the Devil. I know there's a lot of movies I haven't seen, but there's a lot of movies I have seen that I can guarantee you people have not seen. But I have not seen Race with the Devil. I got to say, I had dreams last night. Not the pleasant dreams. It was about work again. Yeah, I've got to work 3 years. I never think of work. I never think about work. But it was again about this one, that they were trying to fire me and replace me with somebody else where I work. I don't know why. Race with the Devil's scary. I did hear that. I did hear something good about it. But and then somewhere along the dream, I said, but wait a minute, I'm retired. I'm retired, right? They can't do anything. What do I want to get? What do I care? It's always something like, if I do this or do that, I'm going to lose my retirement pay or something. Like if I get fired, or if, I don't know what it is. I'm admitting it. Well, this is a very paltry showing, I must say, for this morning. Very paltry. Is paltry the word I'm looking for? I have some idea. Well, I wonder if it's present company. That's another thing, No offense to a present company in here, but maybe somebody in the comments people aren't happy about, I don't know what to tell you. You got to understand, I got a channel to run too. I see I'm sitting here, and every now and then I get like nothing serious, either here or here. And I know it's because of the neck. I looked into it, it's something like cervicogenico or something like that.
Oh, Joe, it could be a start of a brain tumor, maybe. You never know. That's how it starts, with headaches.
I don't have no damn brain tumor. It's not a tumor.
God forbid. God forbid.
And by the way, I don't love Jingle All the Way, for God's sake. I just happen to have fun with it. I liked it better than some of the other Christmas movies. I know the guy at the end of The Ape Man, the movie with Lugosi, The Ape Man, and no, you're right. That guy at the end that goes, crazy story, wasn't it? It goes, he says something like that. The Ape Man with Bela Lugosi. He goes, I don't know. I'm the one who wrote the story. Crazy story. He does look like AGK. That is true.
Yeah, talking about AGK, he was on Rachel's yesterday on the live stream.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Rachel was here. Rachel's ghost was here.
Yeah, he's starting to appear more on Sir James live streams now and then. He stopped that stuff for a while, and now he come back.
I got to do my neck exercises. One of them is supposed to be, they call it like the filing cabinet drawer. You got to go like
Yeah.
Unless I'm doing that, I hear crackle, 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 crackle. I'm like, wow, that's bad. But that's because of sitting in the damn reclining chairs,
No, the
like
doctor
leaning
told
back.
me. Wait a minute. I told you this before, but you don't listen because you're thick-headed. The doctor told me that crunching you hear in your neck is arthritis.
It's not. And I told you that I looked this up and in the WebMD and all this, and I could it could be arthritis. It could
Yeah.
also be like what I'm going through, neck strain, and there's all
Uh,
names for it. It's liquid, it's some kind of liquid, all this stuff.
yeah,
So
it's liquid, all right.
it's not
Yeah,
arthritis. Okay, give me a freaking break,
it
will
is
you?
arthritis. Yeah, when you go like this,
Dr. Danny, you know what?
it-
I'm not
it's,
going to listen to you, okay?
I'm
About it.
telling you.
I told you I've been sleeping in a damn reclining chair. As I sleep in a reclining chair, sometimes you wake up and your head's all the way up, falls down to that side. I'm like, stiff neck. Sometimes the pillow goes back. You sleep like this, like you're not really like it hurts to do that too. Just go back. So my neck has been going through a lot of bullshit for 3 years, and I'm trying to get it back by now sleeping properly in a proper flatbed.
What possessed you to sleep in a recliner for 3 years when
I told you about it. I
you got
told
a
you
bed
about it.
in your room? That's totally ridiculous.
So, well, whatever. I told you what happened back 3 years ago. I had COVID, so the idea was I wanted to stay like away. Like I didn't want to go near the bedrooms. I wanted to stay in the living room. Not to infect anybody. So I got into the habit of sleeping in a recliner, and you press the button, and the recliner goes back a little, and you flatten out a little bit, and it was comfortable. And plus, you didn't have any acid reflux at night because you're kind of up more, and it was really good. And I did that, and then it started to get, the TV's on in there. I could watch a little TV, fall asleep watching TV. Became a habit for 3 years. It'll be 3 years in October. It's not quite 3 years yet. 2 years and 10 months. But yeah. What's up, Jerry Carter? What's going on?
Hi, Cherry Carter.
Did I put this up about Neuralink?
No.
Neuralink is coming out soon where you can imagine that if you have a nice sexy dream or something, like when I dream about your wife Robin, I can actually have like a movie of me and Robin together.
That'd be nice. I believe that could be done because it's electrical impulses, signals. So all you need is a receiver to transmit those signals into a picture. Just like anything else. You know what I mean? So I believe it could be done. That'd be fascinating. I would buy that unit so I can record my porno films.
Well, I am a little concerned back to this thing because it affects you here and here. Nothing excruciating, nothing permanent that keeps like it's just an occasional little wave or something. And I'm like, this
Yeah,
that comes from there. I heard
yeah.
about it.
That could be from muscle spasm. It could be a pinched nerves in your neck. You got to stay in that bed. You know what I mean? You can't have a pile full of shit.
I don't have a pile anymore, so don't worry about it. I cleared everything off.
Good for you. You got to wash everything. Make sure all the sheets are washed because you had dust laying down there for 3 years.
Everything was washed. Everything was vacuumed with the hand vac thing and the Swiffer, dust Swiffer thing. Everything was cleaned. Yeah, I wish I didn't have this sensation every now and then, but it's not serious or anything. It's not severe. It's just annoying sometimes. I have no need whatsoever to reach for a Tylenol or anything like that.
Yeah, and another thing, Robin gets that every once in a while. So she'll tell me, I take a couple of Tylenol. Sinusitis.
Yeah, but that's your answer to everything. People run for the drugs. It's like, look, first of all, if it's not that bad or you can deal with it.
No, I don't give a shit. I'm not suffering with pain. If all it takes is a couple of Tylenol, I'm going to take a couple of Tylenol instead of suffering with pain. Come on,
you are
Joe.
a walking drugstore, Danny. All you do is take drugs.
No matter what you do, you're not going to live forever. Sooner or later, God will be calling. Even if you hide yourself in the closet, sooner or later, when it's time to go, it's time to go. You're going to go.
No, sometimes God calls you, I believe, when he wants you. Other times, he doesn't want you. yet. But a person's doing everything in their power to get to an early grave. They keep on abusing them, so they get, they do drugs. They OD once, they save their lives. They go to the hospital, they get saved, and then again and again and again, and then finally, after like 2 or 3 times, now they die. Because they did
well,
it.
that's addiction, which is
Well, we won't go into that. I got no respect for that.
That like you try to quit smoking. The good thing you're not smoking, and then you say, "I'm gonna quit smoking." You know what?
I'm too smart to smoke. I knew it was bad for you. I never did it. I never started because I knew it was bad.
Yeah, but a lot of people when they're young, they pick up cigarettes. At parties. That's the weak process. But if you think, I have to commend people that can put out a cigarette and never smoke again. It's very difficult because soon you might quit for a few days. As soon as something stressful comes up, that's the first thing you're going to look for is a cigarette because you think it's going to comfort you, rather it's killing you. You know what I mean? But that's what happens. Under stress.
I understand. I understand that, and I can appreciate, even though from hearing people over my life, I can appreciate that it's probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest thing to break.
Right. Nicotine is the most addictive chemical on earth.
Start. But once you start, I guess you can't go back. You got to you got to deal with it, man. I had situations where they put me on stuff, and I kind of like went off cold turkey, like back when I was in my 20s, and I had to take some pills, and I'm like, I don't want to take this shit, and I stopped it. I would have like withdrawals and things, but I dealt with it, man. It's you roll around in pain for like a couple of weeks, and then then you have the rest of your life sober. I mean, whatever. The story with this and how I feel, right, Gary? Gary's here. I haven't seen you in a long time, Gary.
Morning, Gary.
Well, see, this I don't believe in, but I wish you luck. 54 hours into a 72-hour, 3 days without eating. No.
No, it's not good for you.
I know experts say that different cultures say it's good to do that to clean out your system and everything. But my blood sugar would go way to hell down if I didn't eat something 3 days. I might look into at some point doing a fast for 24 hours at some point once, but not 3 days. 53rd gets those little pain impulses in my head. So I first thought it might be something serious, like a blood clot. Probably just tiredness and general wear and tear. What does this mean? Liquid diet?
No, if you had a blood clot in your brain, that would be called a stroke. You'd be gone. People get pains. It's tension. It's tension. You could be overtired. sinusitis. There'll be many different things,
Where do I stand on French fries? Last night I had some. We're gonna get into that. It's a good segue into it. We got enough people, so we'll talk about that as the show goes on because it's a follow-up to yesterday's show. But generally, I could I like them, but there's different kinds that I like better than others. And I don't like McDonald's French fries.
No,
but I did have them last night.
They're dry, they're skinny. I like the fatter French fries.
Yeah, I'm with you. Nothing annoys me more than zero Coke. Coke zero. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Zero Coke zero.
Yeah, I try to avoid fried foods right off the bat.
Yeah, you eat everything else.
And oil. But it's good.
Robert P, what's up? I do a 72 to 96 hour fast beginning of each month to reset my sugars. It works. Then intermittent daily. My A1C. All right, go ahead.
5.7, Robert. You're doing great.
That's very good.
Yeah, good for you.
Mine was 5.9, but that was April.
My last one, I tell you, a couple of years ago, it was 11. My last one was 9. But this time, I got scared, so I'm sure it's going to be less, but it might be maybe 7. I'm not sure, but hopefully I'll get down from a 9 to a 7. Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
fish and chips shops. I don't know, no fish and chips. Fish and chips, bloody hell, fish and chips.
Yeah, I don't like that oil, you know. Although my cholesterol's good. Ever since my heart surgery in 2005, my cholesterol's been normal, you know, because I take atorvastatin. I take a statin drug, which is also good for your heart. I've been taking it for 20 years, you know, so my cholesterol's good. But I still don't like to eat that fried chicken and stuff like that. I don't want to take a chance, you know.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit because we're gonna talk about the continuation of last night.
It's very hard. There's a lot of things I see. I love eclairs and cannolis, Napolitans and stuff like that, but I have to stay away from it. You know, you have to learn that you can't. It's not your friend.
You need to learn to adapt.
A lot of foods are not your friend. You know, and it's hard to resist. You know, food never denies you. It's always there for you. You know, it's very easy to pick up something that you're not supposed to eat. You know, I got 2 problems. I said in the past I got diabetes and chronic kidney disease, so I'm screwed. And it comes down to you know.
Oasis back in saving rock and roll. Going September for long-winded Danny with that stuff. All right.
Guy took me off. I try to teach people. I try to, because when you have both chronic kidney disease
going on here right now
and diabetes, it's much harder because I got to watch on the kidney side. I have to watch potassium and phosphorus. Those two elements there are found in sweet potatoes and a lot of other stuff. I got to watch because my kidneys work at 38%. I'm stage 3B. Chronic kidney disease is 5 stages. The last stage is the dialysis or death, you know. And it is between the sugar and the potassium and phosphorus, I got to eat rabbit food, you know, because you're screwed. You know what I mean? But I enjoy life. I mean, I enjoy being here, you know. And I like to eat my sugar. I'll eat my sugar. I don't care if my life is shortened by 5 years. I'm going to eat
your sugar now. What's your sugar, wise guy?
Oh, you don't want to know.
I do want to know. Let's see.
I call the doctor. I don't know if this continuous glucose meter is accurate because it's been going crazy. And this is my sugar right now.
Look at that, 181. It's supposed to be like 100.
Wait, Joe, I had breakfast. Wait a minute. I took my insulin. I had breakfast, 2 slices of toast with peanut butter.
No toast. No,
I'm Italian. I'm eating my bread. I don't give a shit.
I'm Italian. I don't care. You don't eat toast. Diabetes, man.
I'll leave the pasta alone or raviolis or.
Yeah, the hell you do. Rice. Yeah.
But I gotta have my bread. I don't give a shit. I'm a dunker. I make toast. I put peanut butter on there. I cut it down the middle. I fold it and I dunk it in my coffee. Hot coffee.
You smoke your head.
It's out of this world. It's delicious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you said, Truffle, that's him. Just came off a 72-hour fast. Now breakfast will be scrambled eggs with a slice of turkey spam. I would think.
I can't go that long without eating. I'll be starving to death. But my stomach will be grumbling.
You're weakling, Danny. You're weak.
I got to eat something.
Speaking of being weak, let's talk a little bit about yesterday. Yesterday we were here. We did a stream and we talked a lot about, I'm on this diet, and the last couple of days I was in the mood to try an experiment, and I did a binge. Now it's about a 48-hour binge. I did 48 hours. I ate whatever the hell I wanted, just like the old days, and I have results here in a way. Mushroom omelet. Hey, now you're talking sense. This is what you got to do. Talk about sense things.
Mushroom omelet.
But anyway, so I got the figures here. All right, now for the first time, I don't know. I mean, especially with the present company, should I be giving numbers out? I haven't given numbers out before, like weight numbers, but I'll give them. I don't give a shit. Here's the numbers. I'm going down. First of all, I said here, yes, on the stream yesterday that I had lost 38 pounds. Well, now it's gone to 34. got up to, I've only lost 34 because I tried an experiment, and we talked about this yesterday at length. Now, last night after the show, I went and I finished the day. I said, why not? I started the day off yesterday with ice cream. I had ice cream for breakfast. I don't give a damn. If I was ashamed of it, I wouldn't tell you if I was ashamed of it. And I said, let's see. And I hadn't had ice cream in God knows how many months it's been. And what?
Some people that weren't here yesterday. I want to tell you what
We're not
happened.
going to go through it again. No, you don't have to tell me again. Okay.
Believe me,
I ate a lot of ice cream. I'm
it-
not talking. We're not talking about it. It's yesterday. You could watch it yesterday. The details.
Okay.
I ate a lot of ice cream. But here's what. But at night, after we got off the live stream, it's dinner time, and I went out to McDonald's, and I got myself. I'm not going to say what I got. Okay, everything. I got a lot of stuff. Okay, everything wrong because I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens. And at first, I told you people that it's funny because when I first started eating poorly, again, this is just a 48-hour binge. I'm going straight today. You'll see. Rachel was here. Rachel from Rachel's Ghost, and she said that when she started her diet routine or lifestyle, what we call it, lifestyle, she said that she started at 309.
Yep.
She, started at 309. Well, I was close. When I started at the beginning of the year, I was 308. I've never been 300 pounds in my life, but I was. I admit it. What am I going to do? And I got down to 270 so far. So 308 to 270. 270 is the lowest I've seen. That's 38 pounds lost. So
Lola.
this happened yesterday too, folks. I'm talking about something serious, and this freaking mutt of his has to go and bark and ruin everything. It's always the same thing. So anyway, I got some figures here for you, okay? Now on Sunday morning, today, to put things into perspective, today is Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Right. Now Sunday, I woke up and I was 273. Now I'm like, why am I 273? That's what happens sometimes. You retain water. I'm like, why am I 273? I wasn't cheating yet. I said, sometimes it's bewildering, So Sunday, at night, I had pizza. I ate 3 slices of pizza for dinner. And I'm like, oh boy, I don't eat that stuff anymore. I haven't had pizza in 5-6 months. 5 months. So I'm like, oh man. Now I blew it. I want to see what I weighed the next day. Do you know I got on the scale the next day and I gone from with the pizza? I got from 273 to 270. I don't understand it, but sometimes you can't figure it. I thought, sometimes maybe what happens is, people sometimes say that the body actually needs a jump start because if you keep denying it, all of that crap, and it's used to it, you go into starvation mode. It holds on to everything because it doesn't want to lose. So anyway, I went Sunday. I was 273, cheated with pizza, and the next day Monday I'm 270. Okay, now keep in mind too, I kept walking. I did my hour walk every day, so the exercise didn't stop. I kept moving, and I kept walking. So Monday was 270. Then Monday, the binge continued. I made up my mind that I was going to continue to eat. So I had chocolate. I had a Hershey's chocolate bar. I had a Drake's apple pie. That's right. I'm admitting it. I'm no shame here. Yeah, that's what I think of you. So, and that was for like early in the day. Then for dinner, I had a Burger King Whopper, which I love those things. So now I was 270 on Monday. How I wound up going from 273 to 270 after the pizza, I have no idea. But I figured it's going to catch up with me. So Tuesday, after the chocolate, the fruit pie, the Whopper, I get up on Tuesday morning. I'm 271. It only went up a pound. I went from 273 Sunday when I wasn't cheating, 270 Monday with cheating, 271 Tuesday with cheating. Last today, Danny, go ahead. You're dying to say it. yesterday about 11:30 in the morning for brunch. What was my brunch? Breakfast and lunch combo. What did I have yesterday, Danny?
Are you talking about the ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had the computer on. All of a sudden, I get a message from Joe. Inbox, and it's a picture. So I said, "What the hell is that?" So I put the arrow on it. I hit on it, and it became larger. It was a half a gallon of turkey ice cream, chocolate mint ice cream on a table with a spoon, but it hadn't been eaten. So I said, Joe, I hope you're not going to eat that, right? I thought he was just fooling around with me. So some time passed by, and then I heard the computer. I got another image. So I hit on the image, right? I got it big, and he's there. I can see Joe eating the ice cream. The video lasted about 10 seconds. He ate the whole friggin' thing. Almost. All the way down to the bottom. There might have been maybe a half a cup left, but he ate the whole half a gallon of ice cream. I said, Joe, that's crazy. What are you doing that for? And it was smirking. I heard the TV. He was enjoying it. So that was self-punishment.
No punishment. I just decided I wanted to have a good time. I wanted to binge. And then I got into a thing where I said, well, let's do this like 48 hours and see what it does. I want to learn about myself. So that was the ice cream. Then we came on here and we did a live stream. Oh, I forgot to say the ham sandwich. I also had a ham sandwich tonight. I forget it. It's all mixed up. But anyway, the ham sandwich was, you see, I screwed it up because the ham sandwich was the Monday. Let's try this one more time. I'm going to go through it one more time. Just bear with. I know people are like, who cares? If you don't care, you can leave. Okay. But some people get a kick at it. And I'm not ashamed. If I was ashamed of it, I wouldn't even share it. Here's the thing. Sunday, I still was doing well. I hadn't cheated. 273. And I didn't know I shouldn't have been 273. Should have been less. Okay. Then I ate pizza. I ate pizza. And I'm like, wow. I don't know if I had the ham sandwich that night. I don't think I did. Then I get up Monday and I'm down 3 pounds, 270. I'm like, how the hell did that happen? Maybe my body needed it to burn calories. So 270, I continue with the chocolate bar and fruit, Drake's fruit pie, and then at dinner I have a Whopper about 5:00 p.m. and then at like 10 o'clock at night. Which I haven't been eating at night, mind you. On Monday, I had a ham sandwich, and it was delicious, man. I had bread. I never eat sandwiches. I don't eat bread. And then I get on to a scale Tuesday morning after all that, and I'm 271 only. And I'm like, wow, it went up a pound, but not much. And yesterday, like Danny said, I had a box of ice cream in the morning. For brunch. Wait,
half a gallon, mind you.
I don't know if it's half a gallon. Who cares? So anyway, I did it, and then I was pretty good for the rest of the. I was like pretty full for the rest of the day. But then after we got off our live stream last night, I had McDonald's, and let me tell you, it was a good amount. I'm not going to tell you what I had, but I did it up with the drinks and the burgers, plural, and. Then I wind up getting up this morning, and now finally 274. Okay, so I went basically from 273 on Sunday down to 270 and 71 Monday and Tuesday. Now Wednesday back to 274, which makes sense, but it stops here. So I'm going to continue to give you updates. And that's about it. I had been down 38 pounds. Now I'm down only 34 pounds. But we'll go up. You'll see me hit 40. I'll admit it. I know it'll happen, and that's it.
Yeah, I just want to, Robert P. I've been reading your comments. The first one about potatoes and rice that you cook them and put them in the refrigerator, eat the next day. I thank you for that. And I'm sorry to hear about your sister. I hope everything goes well, but I don't believe in them taking part of your stomach out or staples and stuff. I don't believe in none of that crap. You know what I mean? But my prayers go out to your sister and the rest of the family. I hope
Do you
everything goes.
always have to be on the dark, gloomy, gray side of it all the
No,
time?
no. What do you mean dark, gloomy?
Well,
You're
I
talking.
mean, whatever. It's like, I mean, I wish him well. I wish his family, him and his family, well too. But for God's sake, stop being so down about this stuff. Talking about weight.
Joe gets nervous. He don't want to hear about any diseases, any things like that. He thinks he's gonna get it.
You're a miserable old cuss, man. So anyway,
no, I'm not, bastard. Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't see this. Holy Jesus!
Hey, see how you run your mouth all the time?
I'm sorry, Robert P. I didn't see this part.
Oh yeah, sure. Now you're sorry.
When she wrote down she's in the hospital, may die.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I will give my prayers.
That's what I was talking about. You know what I mean?
I didn't realize. I didn't see it. I don't see all the comments right away. I got to scroll. Oh my God.
Hey, Richard James, I love you too, bro. I love you wherever you are.
All right, hold on a minute. I'm looking up another. Wow, sorry, RP. Oh my God. Anyway, you are doing good, Joe. Just enjoy life and slow and steady. Well, that's what I'm doing now. It's over. I had my fun. I experienced it. It was an experiment, and now I'm off it. I'm doing good today. I'm going to do good today. I got offered a free ice cream and a wafer at the grocery. It was great. I know he's one of these SOBs that probably never was fat in his life. Ice cream for breakfast is the name of a song I wrote. That's a good title, man. Yeah. You'd be better talking in metric. No, I'm not talking in metric. Get out of here. My heaviest was 305 in 2015. Oh, show off. Average was 280, now 45 to 48.
Very good.
40 shorter than me. Oh my! All in my belly.
Because I tell you, as you get older, with all the excess weight, your knees pay the price.
No shit.
Yeah, for every pound that you are, it puts 5 pounds of pressure on your knees.
Good morning, Lemonhead.
Lemonhead. That's another thing, Joe. You should try lemon and water that dissolves fat. Lemon water. Robin believes in that stuff.
Everybody's got their ideas. I know. Yeah, I agree with you. Sorry that happened to who is it?
Sister. Yeah.
I just thought Danny was going off on something. I wasn't really paying
attention. No. I was reading his comments. Yeah, that's another thing. You talk too much. You're not responding to the comments. You know what I mean?
That's my. When you have a show one day, you'll see how it works. Okay, Danny.
You talk less. You talk too much.
I'm not going to talk less. This is my show, and I talk. That's part of what it's about. Where's the dollar icon to buy you another sandwich? It's not here yet, which is why it's why I'm doing these shows over here, because after I get a certain amount of views and stuff, I'll be able to monetize. But if anybody ever wants to contribute, and I'll come out and say it, the other 2 channels, you can do it on the other 2 channels, and you don't and you can do a thanks button. There's a thanks button. That's a tip jar. Just saying. Okay, you always fall back on old habits, Joe. I hope this is a one-time thing. You get back to losing weight because it will improve every aspect of your life, which it has. Is this channel about death and disease? Oh my! Good morning, Eric. Yeah, with Danny it is.
Good morning, Eric.
I do not have any Beatle Insider news yet. Nothing special. No.
All right, Lola.
I agree with you. Sorry about that. I really hope he can get it together. Yeah.
Now I'm hearing good things about Ozempic. It's good for the heart. It prevents dementia. They have a lot of different studies with that Ozempic stuff. But my wife took that stuff, and not too long after the injection, she go in the bathroom and puke. and what happens is you don't feel hungry anymore. You know. But I don't believe in all that crap because they don't know everything about it yet. You know, down the road, 5 years from now, they say, well, people that took Ozempic, you know, may suffer kidney, liver damage or whatever. You know, I don't believe in all that crap. You know, you got to eat
Me either.
sensible. You got to change your relationship towards food. As simple as that.
Who's talking? The guy that had cookies yesterday.
One cookie, the homemade, the peanut butter cookies.
Homemade my ass.
When she makes cookies, she cuts the sugar down. Sometimes she uses sweet and low instead,
You have
which
no
is
willpower.
for you. But you know, one cookie. You know, I didn't eat Whoppers and milkshakes and soda.
Neither do I. Again, you're so thick-headed because you're a stooge. I said I had a 48-hour binge, and it was something
Wait a minute. You should go back, get the container of ice cream, and add up all the calories. All the calories.
No,
Wait a minute. You go to McDonald's.
Because this is all in the past now, as of today, and it's no big fucking deal. Okay. And I said it. I didn't have to tell anybody. I didn't have to mention it. I didn't have to tell anybody. I'm not ashamed of it. I did it. I wanted to do it. And you can't even tell a difference. There's no difference in my appearance or anything. Nobody would know the difference. Okay. So that's the way it is, man. By the way, you talk too much is never mind Cheap Trick. That's a classic old song before Cheap Trick. You talk.
You worry me to death. Something like that. Some of the words.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then all.
Too much. I gotta mute him, all the time.
I love Cheap Trick. Great band. Great band. Bunny Carlos, fantastic drummer.
Yeah, they got like 2 songs. You know what I like? This is what I say about Cheap Trick.
Joe, you don't know shit.
It's not a matter of knowing anything. It's a matter of taste and opinion. It's not a fact. The only fact is the Beatles are great. That's the only fact.
Yeah, Joe will buy an album, right? And he'll play 2 songs on the album that, maybe a hit. And then he won't play the rest. You don't have the patience, Is it
attention patience?
Attention span is near zero.
You know how many times I've gotten screwed by albums playing them, and like there's like 1 or 2 good songs, the rest is filler. You know how many times I've got screwed with that with albums?
Now I gotta disagree with this comment. I think Joe down the road is going to hit the low again. He's going to say, you know what, Danny? I heard in the past for the last 2 years.
I tried to school him on this less than 24 hours ago in our last live stream. He's one of these fools who believes that however things are all the time, they stay that way all the time. Never change. Nobody's ever changed. Nothing's ever gotten better. He thinks it's just the way it is. He's gone back.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Joe, I
sure certainly can. And I'll tell you, I'm going to teach this new dog old tricks because you see the picture of me as a slim person and all my old video on my banner. Okay, so don't tell me I can't be like that.
When you were 20. You were 20. You're 63. That ain't happening no more. You're gonna.
Oh yeah, it's happening. Oh yeah.
I don't believe it.
Maybe not that much, but I'll definitely get back into the 100 and something. Absolutely. Yeah, we know this. I know this. Thanks for teaching me something I know, Eric.
You're getting nasty. You see that?
It's hard not to. It drives me nuts. I said that. It's like, oh, really? Those are empty calories? They do you no good? Gee, I didn't know that.
Empty calories.
Cheap Trick had a lot of great songs. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Very good band. I love you, Lola. I love Lola.
You have some faith and confidence in a friend, Danny. He's doing a lifestyle change to improve himself. See that?
Oh, Beatles. Getting better all the time. Oh, I didn't read that fast enough.
Well, which one? Which one? This? Yeah, you read it. I'll be taking a walk.
Oh, Ringo Rolls. Yeah. I wonder how they taste after 20 years.
20
Yeah.
years. Why don't you try 60 years?
Or whatever, 60 years. Yeah, 20 years. That's nothing. Yeah. Wow. I'm surprised they didn't disintegrate, or get worms. That shit like that gets worms. Yeah, I have confidence. I have confidence in Joe. I always put him down because then he'll turn around and go, yeah, I'll teach you that. Like I said one time, talk to me in June. This was months
It wasn't
earlier.
anything to do with you.
No, wait a minute, wait. It was months earlier. He was talking about his weight loss. I said, tell me in June. In other words, tell me 3 months from now. Because I was tired of hearing him. Oh, I ate this, I ate that. My weight went up. My weight went down. My weight went up. I said, talk to me in June. So, well, what happened is it's stuck in his head, right? It's stuck in his head, and he went on his diet.
Nothing
and he got
stuck in my head. What you have to say about
a good
anything.
result.
It
You
had
know what I mean?
nothing to do with you. It has to do with me and wanting. And I'm going to be 64 next year. The old Beatles song "When I'm 64," and I thought 64 next year. I said I'd like to lose some weight by 64. That's what it had to do. It had nothing to do with Danny. Oh, I'm going to prove Danny wrong.
I never get any credit.
I will tell you if it is. You know, Danny. The problem is you're so annoying. That's the biggest problem.
You should stop being annoying to me.
Now I was invited here. You knew I was coming.
Now, I was invited here. You knew I was coming.
Yeah, sure.
That's right.
Yeah, sure. I like John. Poor John. I miss him to this day.
You have a favorite Wings song?
Wings. I got to think about that. I like. There's a lot of songs. What's that? The note she didn't write.
That song sucks. You like that song?
Yeah, I like the melody of that
The
song.
note you never wrote. I hate that song.
Wino Jungle, something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of songs. I can't think of it right now. It takes too much
Betty
time.
Lane sings it. Why would you pick a Betty Lane vocal out of old Beatles? Wings
Oh,
song.
Beware My Love. I love Beware My Love.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
After 60 years, a Ringo roll probably tastes like Ringo. That's pretty funny.
Ringo.
Look at this. If Joe was closer, I'd walk with him and cook him tofu stir fry with veggies. Always nice. You'd probably get me a puffy taco if I was with you. Come on.
Yeah, he would treat you very well, Robert P., because he got a heart of gold.
I see. He's very hospitable.
He's got a heart of gold. He shares stuff like that.
He's a very let me tell you, he's one of the most, if not the most generous guys that I know.
And he might even be a computer genius too, because he knows a lot about. He talks about that shit. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. With the computers.
Yeah, me neither.
You know what I mean?
Me neither.
He's got a nice family. He's got a nice family, so he's very fortunate.
He's got some really nice grandkids.
Yeah, he's very fortunate. I got 9 grandchildren. I got 3 in Carolina, and the rest of them are here.
Puffy tacos are okay once every 3 months. Back on the straight and narrow path.
Yeah, talking about Wings, Venus and Mars is a great album. That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite, Venus and Mars. And I like the Wings at the Speed of Sound. A lot of people don't really care for the album too much. I love that album.
Well, it's got some clunkers on there, I think.
Nah, it depends. It's all about of opinion.
Yeah, it is. My opinion is that it's got some clunkers.
No, all that's yours.
You asked this yesterday or something like this. The hot girl I'm taking to the concert on Saturday hasn't messaged me since last Thursday. Should I send her a message today?
No. She'll respond to you. You'll find another one. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know how many. James Farley. Wow, you're late. 64 minutes late.
Wow, James. Good morning.
Yeah, those are good songs.
It's a good album.
Got to walk in the mall today. That's another thing. I got to get moving here. The weather's not nice. I'm going to go to the mall to walk, but I didn't think of that. I got to get going soon. Well, no, I got some time. I'll walk at 10:30.
Yeah, no rain today. It's just going to be hazy.
I like the London Town album a lot. Haven't heard it for quite a while though. London Town's a weak album to me too. I mean, I like it. I like it's half and half for me. I like half of the songs. All right, Eric. Thank you for saying hey. Thank you for saying
Take care. Have a good day.
I didn't get any notification. I don't understand that. I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe his best song if I ever wrote. Actually, maybe I'm amazed.
The live version, the live version, right?
I like both versions, but I prefer the studio.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, when I seen Paul McCartney in 1990, the concert was great. I seen Linda McCartney. She was on
1990
keyboard.
is a long time ago, Danny.
Yeah, I know, but I think I seen him once. I seen a lot of concerts. I can't even begin to tell you all the bands that I seen. I went to a lot.
I don't. I think Red Rose Speedway is one of his lesser albums, and there's some songs I like on it. And Little Lamb Dragonfly is not one of them. I do not like that song much. Everybody raves about it, but it's not one of my favorites.
Yeah, I can relate to a lot of those songs, especially from Band on the Run. When I was younger, where it was, what I was doing. Those songs came on the radio. Even with Jim Croce, he's one of my favorite. Jim Croce. What a loss.
Mm-hmm.
He died September 20th, 1977, in a plane crash.
Here he goes. Here he goes. We got to talk about his plane crash. How about just telling us what the best concert Danny ever went to? Mr. Gloom and Doom Danny.
The best concert I ever went to? The best concert. I would have to say, well, it would probably be Paul McCartney, but forget about him. You got to leave him out. The best concert would probably be Gordon Lightfoot.
So after he did Sundown, did you leave and go home?
No, it was a great.
I know it's ignorant.
Joe, you don't know shit. He was a great songwriter. Gordon Lightfoot. Oh yeah, many great songs. It was my first concert. It might have been an assembly at school. But I'll leave that out. I used to have assemblies in school. You had music play. They played music. The kids. That's probably my first concert. But my first concert, I got to think about it because I really don't remember my first concert. I have to get back to you on that.
Man, look at the.
I seen Ozzy Osbourne. He's short. He was short. He wasn't a tall guy, and he used to throw buckets of water into the audience and stuff like that. I seen him in New Jersey. He was fantastic, Ozzy. And they had a report today on the news that he died of a heart attack. He suffered a heart attack.
Yeah, gee, I wonder. Well, he had a lot of things to help with that.
Yeah, I don't know if I can say it, but I believe he was euthanized. That's what I believe.
Can you give your best? I think you'd be an Ozzy. Best Ozzy impression?
No, I can't do it. Nobody could do Ozzy.
Yes, I could.
Yeah.
Come on, Kelly. What's Kelly? What's going on?
Now Paul sounds like him.
Yes, he does. He does.
Yep. Ozzy. One thing about Ozzy, when he spoke, he had a heavy accent. Sometimes it's very difficult to understand what he was saying. Well, when he sang, when he recorded his music, that accent went away. You know,
Yeah.
he was a great frontman. You know, Ozzy. No, no Oasis.
No, yeah, I
As
know.
much as I would like to be there, you know, the end of the month, Ticketmaster sold out. The tickets went from
Yeah, this is really getting to
$370
be a regular thing up
to
here all of a sudden.
$470. Yeah, these concerts now, they're asking too much money. They're totally taking advantage of people.
I think our transparent one is getting a little out of control. But wait, are you surprised?
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, I can't remember my first concert. I can't.
Man, what's going on here? Ooh, crackle, crackle. Get some straight. Ooh, snap.
But I tell you, one of the great concerts that I've seen, I was very close. You know, maybe 30 feet from the stage was America. They were awesome. I seen America
Yes.
twice.
You saw them in America? After they did Tin Man and Horse with No Name, did you?
No,
Did
you're just an ass. I still got the concert stub.
That's
You
okay.
know,
Keep it. Keep it.
yeah, I'm not gonna go get it, but I showed it before.
I think
But
they got some other songs I like too, America.
oh yeah, you know they did all kinds of songs. You know, Muskrat Love. They did Sandman. They did Lonely People, Tin Man. I mean, I can go on and on and on with America's hits. You know.
I don't know about on and on. Maybe on.
And I don't know if they were produced by George Martin. Somebody big produced them.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, wait a minute. Robert P., you just hit it. I seen Alice Cooper in 1973, Billion Dollar Babies Tour at Madison Square Garden. That is my first concert because I lived up here and I went down to New York to a friend's house because I was born and raised in Manhattan. And I stood there and we went to Madison Square Garden 2 years in a row. We've seen the Billion Dollar Babies and we see Welcome to My Nightmare, both tours. And so I seen the original Alice Cooper band, not with Welcome to My Nightmare, but with Billion Dollar Babies. I seen the original Alice Cooper group, and they were fantastic. And I tell you what, when he cut his head off, I thought they made a mistake and he really died because it looked so real. I don't know how they worked that guillotine, or it's an illusion. But when they dropped his head in the bucket, I swear to God, it was real. You know, and then he used to hang himself too. And then after a while, because kids used to try that, he stopped it. You know, but that's my first concert in 1973, Madison Square Garden. Alice Cooper.
Boy, you had a busy day.
It was Susie Quattro and Flo and Eddie. Flo and Eddie are two guys from the Turtles. You know. But that was a great show by Alice. Yeah, I was pretty close too. I was very fortunate to see him twice. You know. Yeah, I have a CD by them. 1 or 2 CDs by them. They're pretty good. You know, Joe don't know who they are. He has no clue.
Who?
You.
I don't have to know them.
No, you don't know. Just like Toad the Wet Sprocket. You listen, that's the name of a band. I tell you what, they're excellent. I tell you what, they're great. Toad the Wet Sprocket. What a name, but I tell you, the music is awesome.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, Alice. He's my favorite. I love Alice. The show's a repeat. Yeah, my niece likes Blue Rodeo. ZZ Top. I was never crazy about ZZ Top.
Yeah, ZZ Top. I would say
Yeah, I was never crazy about them. You know. Now another great concert, and I got a guitar pick from Donnie Van Zandt, 38 Special. I seen them twice, and I met the band after the concert. I got a signed CD from all the members, and I got a guitar pick from Donnie Van Zandt, Ronnie Van Zant's brother from Lynyrd Skynyrd. 38 Special, great Southern band, many hit songs, very good band. I recommend 38 Special to anybody. I even met Al Stewart. You know, well, it's just more. He did more than a year of the cat. You know, uh, I like a few songs. He's another great storyteller. You know, I met him after a concert. He was at the table there, and he was signing posters and stuff like that. And I got to talk to him for a few minutes and stuff like that. You know, he's old now, but a very good concert. Yeah, raising kids. Yeah, keeps you home. James Gang. Yeah, Louis Christie just died. Yeah, that's what
Leave it to him to know.
James Gang. You don't know who they are. That's with Joe Walsh. Yeah, Guns N' Roses. I seen Guns N' Roses. I even got a recording. He played in Middletown, New York,
Guns
years
N'
ago.
Roses.
Yeah, I seen Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses, Heart, Loverboy, Dokken, Night Ranger, Heart. I seen Stevie Nicks, Peter Frampton, Alice Cooper. I can go on and on and on with the concerts. Spinners, Gordon Lightfoot. I seen Todd Rundgren in New York. I can go on and on and on with all the concerts. I don't like stadium concerts because you could be too far away. I just don't like that. I like intimate. We have the Paramount here, where it holds like 1,200 people, and we have good people that come. Joan Rivers was there years ago at the Paramount Middletown. So I go there. I seen the Drifters, Danny and the Juniors, uh, Joe Lewis, uh, many concerts. That's enjoyable when it's intimate. It's not a huge stadium, where it's 50,000 people. It's not
Yeah.
the same. I seen Peter Frampton. He was with Stevie Nicks. It was the end of the tour. The Pepsi concert series in Middletown. It's a stock car track, and they set up a stage. And the whole summer they still race there on Saturday, but they have the stage. Very nice. They stopped it all because they had the bands come in with I don't know what they call it, mosh pits and stuff like that. And I guess liability insurance, they stopped the concerts there, because all the mayhem, going on there, people throwing each other around and getting stomped, the liability was too great, so they stopped the concerts there. Did you ever go to a country concert? I don't know what that means.
Country music.
No, no, yeah, well, Gordon Lightfoot is a little country, but no, I'm not a country fan. I like Johnny Cash and stuff like that. Glenn Campbell, I love Glenn Campbell. Charlie Rich, certain older people, way back. But no, today's country, no, I don't have a love for it. Yeah, that must have been good. Yeah, that must have been good. Jethro Tull, that guy was fantastic. Benefit, Aqualung, Heavy Horses, many albums that he made are great. Yeah, I love the
Jethro
food.
Tull. Jethro Tull.
Willie Nelson, no, no.
It's fascinating stuff, folks.
Yeah, Willie Nelson. Yeah, I appreciate what he did. He wrote lots of songs. He wrote a lot of songs for other people, but nah, I like him. I think he's pretty cool. I think he's gonna live past 100. You know. Uh, Oh, Willie. I seen the Blue Oyster Cult that at the Paramount. They were good. BOC. They were good. They really jammed. I seen a couple years ago. I seen Kansas a couple years ago. You know, think it's a brick. Yeah, a passion play is good. A lot of people don't like it. I like it, but yeah, I like the flute, and I like the way when he performs. He's a little cuckoo. Like he's funny to watch. But he's very talented. Ian Anderson, that's his name from Jethro Tull. Ian Anderson. You know. Yep. Yeah. Well, yeah, he's getting up there in age. Some people like Tony Bennett had his vocals till the end. And some people lose their vocals.
I saw the Stones in 1989 at Atlantic City. I thought it was terrible. I like the Stones. I do. I just didn't like that show.
I never seen the Rolling Stones.
All these people and the ones that matter, like the Rolling Stones, you didn't see.
No, I never seen the Stones. I like them. You know, I like Waiting on a Friend. You ever see that video, Waiting on a Friend?
Sure.
I like that video. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Isaac. Yeah, there was a song playing on the radio yesterday. I don't know the name of the song, but it was a big hit song for him. And she said, "Who's that?" I said, "That's Chris Isaac." Crest of a Knave. That's a good album. I like that. That has that song Budapest on there. Yeah, that's a good album. I don't know how well known it is, but it's a good album. It's worth picking up and having. Yeah. Yep. That's another band I love. Dire Straits. I got all their albums. Maybe I'm missing the last couple. I'm not sure, but yeah, no. It's a Telegraph Road. Songs like that. Yeah, Sultans of Swing and the first 5 albums, they're great by Dire Straits. You know. Yeah. Jethro Tull won over Metallica. Yeah, heavy metal. That wasn't a heavy metal album, but I'm surprised they didn't correct that. That's not right, dude. Pull shit like that. You know. Another band I like is the Police. I love the Police. I like that reggae sound. You know. There's
You mean
another thing.
because I'm quiet and sitting here very stoic because I'm listening to all this that I'm not interested in?
What?
You're doing all right. I'm doing all right. I have a little bit of a slight headache off and on. And Danny sometimes provides that headache.
Yeah, sure. But there's so many good bands out there. First of all, if you live to be 300, you couldn't listen to everything that you would like. It's impossible. Yeah, October 20th, 1977. They went down. They ran out of fuel. Yep. And that plane that they were on, Aerosmith turned it down like 3 or 6 months earlier. They didn't want that plane.
Richard James knows I don't like that song "Message in a Bottle" by the Police.
That plane was burning rich on fuel. And then they had to wait for the drummer. They waited like 30 minutes for the drummer. And in the meantime, the engines are running, So they burnt a lot of fuel, more than they had to, And unfortunately, they ran out of fuel and they went down, I watched a couple of documentaries about that, And Cassie Gaines, was her brother was Stephen Gaines from Lynyrd Skynyrd. And Stephen Gaines was a guitar player and really made the sound of Lynyrd Skynyrd. They both died in a plane crash. It was horrible. I seen the guys that lived on the farm. The guy who owned the farm, the property where the plane crashed and stuff like that. They crashed deep in the woods and stuff like that. It was getting dark, and it was awful. It was awful. You know, not everybody died. There was like 16 people on the plane. Not everybody died, but very very sad. You know. I remember I was working and on a radio, the radio was on, and that story came up, about Skinner, But yeah, things happen in life that even Jim Croce, that guy, if he was alive today, who knows where he would have been. But he was a great storyteller, and I can't believe all the hit songs he wrote in a short period of time, you know, because he got
Jim
screwed by
Croce, man. Jim Croce.
the contracts he signed screwed him. They weren't getting no money. I was watching stories about them. They used to exchange their clothes because they had no money to buy clothes, and they were touring all the time, but there was no money coming in. And how they got ripped off. And Jim Croce's wife fought for his money, and won after he passed away. And she's in love. Ingrid, I think her name is Ingrid. She owns a restaurant in I think California or San Francisco.
You're kidding! Yes. You're kidding! Yes. You're kidding!
It's called Croce's, and they have his guitar up and things like that. Yeah, a very touching story. He died at the age of 30 years old.
He always knows when everybody died.
Yeah, I read about that because people's lives are interesting. It's sad. I say, wow.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Not like a guilt. You say, wow. He died at 30. I'm still
Wait a
here.
minute. People's lives are interesting. You just said many times. You told me, yeah, I get into the music. I don't care about every detail of people's lives.
Yeah, I know about the Beatles. I don't know everything about the Beatles.
I was worth knowing every little detail.
I like the music. But these are individuals. It's not like with the Beatles. You got to know about all four. Who the hell cares? You don't know the story anyway. You know what they tell you. Nobody knows the reality but them. And a lot of things
That's wrong.
Remember because of the drugs.
The Beatles get their own history wrong many times. You can't rely on them.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So we don't know what the truth is. You know what I mean? No, you don't. Oh, take care, Marcus. Have a good day. Be safe. Love you. Yeah. I met Eric Carr. In fact, Eric Carr is buried. I went through this before.
He's setting you up. He's setting you up, Richard James.
Yeah, that's all right, because the people in here. I met Eric Carr, drummer of Kiss, his mother. She had a store in the Galleria Mall, and one day I was walking in the mall, and I seen the store, and it had a drum kit suspended in the air, and it was Eric Carr's drum kit. And I went in the store, and they had all kinds of Kiss stuff in there, and there was a lady there. Turned out to be Eric Carr's mother. Eric Carr.
Boy, you had a busy day.
You're just jealous, Joe.
I'm jealous because I didn't meet Eric Carr's mother. I give you a list of people I met. A whole list of stars I met.
Eric Carr is buried 16 miles from here. He's buried in Newburgh, New York. I live in Middletown, New York, Orange County. Okay, he's not far from here. Eric Carr. He died at the age of, I think he was in his 30s, of heart cancer. So I got to talking to this lady. She was very nice, and then I hadn't been back in the mall in a long time. When I went back to the mall, it was over a year. The store was gone; it wasn't there anymore. But and that's not his real name, Eric Carr. That's not his real. He was Italian.
I would say Elvis Presley. Within reason. Rolling Stones, within reason. Those are Bob Dylan, within reason. Danny, what's the matter?
You're ridiculous, Joe. You cut me off. I'm talking shit like that because you don't want to hear it.
God,
But
it's boring. Holy cow.
where my brother-in-law is buried, it will be my sister's husband. He's buried in Yonkers, Gates of Heaven. Babe Ruth is there. Sal Mineo is there. There's mafia figures there. There's all kinds of people there in that cemetery.
Man. What the hell was that?
I just burped. I just burped. It was coffee. No, I don't believe Amityville. I was, yeah, I seen the house in Long Island. I seen that. Well, I happened to go down there at the time. It was my boss. He was a machinist and a plant manager. We went down to a company to look at a machine, and we were there. And I said to him, I want to see where they filmed that movie. You know, where the house actually was. And we found it. You know, because we asked people. You know, and I got to see it. But I don't believe in that. You know what happened there? There was murders there, and that's about it. People were murdered there, and then what happens is they come up with all this bullshit. You know that supposedly happened in his house, but it didn't happen. You know. Joe, Joe, you taking a piss?
I'm pissing all your stories. Oh, man, I gotta go walk. Gotta get my exercise in.
Yeah, sure.
Wish I gotta get more clips made, man. I don't have enough clips.
Yeah, you should get some more. Yeah. The ones you got now are pretty cool, you know, but you need a couple more.
And I got it around my eyes too now. All of a sudden, oh.
Well, what happened to the Archie clip?
I got rid of it. I guess not here.
Oh God,
Yeah, meathead. I got rid of it. Wow.
did you?
Wait a minute. No.
No more, huh?
No. Wow, I got rid of a lot of them.
Now you should get a Jaws clip for the 50th
Oh,
anniversary.
My neck, my eyes, and my head.
Yeah, that's for looking down. You know, if you look at a cell phone.
What it's from. I told you what it's from. Sleeping in a recliner.
Yeah, but you didn't have the neck problems for 3 years. You got it all of a sudden.
Because over time now it started. That's why, over time. Ah, man. Gotta really push myself today.
You want to eliminate the pain, you need a good joint.
Never in a million years. I'd rather have the pain.
You won't have no more pains, Joe. You'll be
no, not an artificial light. No way. No way.
Oh, I watch him in the mornings. I don't know what kind of cable you got. I watch Jack Benny in the morning. He's on at 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. I forgot what channel, but he's on. And Jack Benny has that guy. What's that guy with 1,000 voices there? What's it? He did all the voices. What's the name of that guy?
Mel Blanc.
Mel Blanc. Yeah, he's on pretty much. You know, a lot of the episodes. Yeah, that guy's funny as hell. But I like Jack Benny. I always liked him. Lon Chaney.
The man of 1,000 faces.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah. I heard you moved from England to Spain. Is that true? Did you move yet? I drew a blank.
Alligator People is a good movie.
Oh yeah. I got that movie too. With Dennis Weaver.
I can't find it, but he's got it.
No, I can find it. With Dennis Weaver, yeah,
movies, man.
That was good. Yeah. And you never see a truck driver. You never see his face. Yeah, he was in a tanker, one that carries like gasoline and stuff like that. Yeah, tanker truck, You never see his face, Yeah, and the car was going uphill. I don't know if he had a Rambler or what the hell the car was back then. But yeah, that's Spielberg movie. That's Steven Spielberg. Yeah, good movie. Yeah, I like movies like that. That's like a thriller. Yes, sir. I like watching movies now. I watch them every day. I watch a movie. Put you in a different place.
Sure. Yeah, I know. I don't think so. I didn't see it, but I know about it. And, I know Steven Spielberg said that himself.
Yeah, but still, it's two different movies,
Sure.
Yeah, I think the trailer goes over a cliff, and you hear the metal screeching and stuff like that. But I don't think there was any explosion.
Lon Chaney Jr. definitely over Dwight Frye. Man.
What are you gonna
go eat breakfast with Mikey Arugula later? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, you should hang out with him.
Salad.
Yeah, if you hang out with him, you'll be skinny as Twiggy.
You don't know anything about him. He cheats and eats a lot of shit too.
No, but he's
that
thin.
guy's been like that his whole life. He's one of those guys that never knows what an ounce of fat is like. So I've been bored for the last half hour at least. I like A Bronx Tale. I saw it. I liked it.
Yeah, with Robert De Niro. Yeah, that was a good movie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's stretching it though. That's stretching it, Richard. I know they say that, but even Spielberg says it.
Yeah. I like. I don't know how you don't like Close Encounters. The end of the movie where they meet the
boring.
No, it gives you goosebumps. Yeah. It was well done.
Boring.
Nah, not
big
boring.
deal. Everybody's seeing a shape, so
it's your attention span. That's why you get bored right away.
Oh, get out of here, you!
Play 2 songs on a record, and you won't play the rest because you want to.
You're an asshole. You really are. Just because I don't like one freaking movie that you like means I have no attention span. You're the one. You're the one that won't watch old movies because they're black and white and stuff. You're the one.
I know that's not true. They're just old. You do that with everything. What happened to your videos you made with autographs? You stopped that. First time plays, you stopped that.
So what?
Your attention span is very short. You know what I mean? You got to jump onto different things right away. Like Robin, same thing. Robin's the same.
You don't even know what an attention span is.
I can concentrate. I can sit down and watch a movie without getting nervous and think I got to do something else.
I don't believe that. Because I have excitement for all kinds of things instead of just doing one thing, I move to the next. What's the big deal? Stupid. Danny, I tell you, you're being stupid again.
I'm afraid that stupidity always brings out the worst in me.
Stupidity?
Yes, stupidity. I'm afraid that stupidity always brings out the worst in me.
Stupidity?
Yes, stupidity.
You can tell when Joe gets pissed off. He'll run that clip 3 or 4 times. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He thought he saw a UFO. Well, you know. Oh,
Well,
there's real UFOs now. Oh, yeah, okay. They never
a
do anything.
UFO,
Just
wait
hover
a minute.
around. They don't investigate.
A UFO could mean anything, something that you don't recognize it in the skies, you know? You can't identify it. But I don't believe there's aliens that come from another planet and come to Earth. You know, I don't believe that. James Foley.
Yeah,
Because
I know.
you know they would have to come from so far away. You know where they getting the fuel from? How are they building the spacecrafts?
See the way he thinks where they getting the fuel from. Maybe they don't need, maybe they don't need fuel like we know it.
No. They need something propulsion. They need something to move them. You know.
Well,
Well, you got
maybe they don't like we know
what in another solar system. They got factories and stuff like that. Give me a break. Come on, it's all bullshit.
it. Yep.
First of all, the time that it takes to get here. Forget you want to go from Earth. You want to go to Mars? Takes you 2.5, 3 years to get there.
Maybe it doesn't take that long in other you know, like
I,
aliens.
I just don't believe
See,
that.
one of those that's a midget brain. Because just because you judge everything based on what we know scientifically here.
Right.
Like I remember one time somebody said there was a ship and it didn't have any windows in it. So how could the aliens drive? They can't see where they're going. Because they have to have windows. How are you going to see? And I said maybe they don't need to see. When I was a kid, I was always thinking outside the box. So maybe aliens don't need to see like we have to see. People, their midget minds only know what they know.
Midget mind. That's a new term. Go on. Come on, my boy. I know. Come here. Okay.
Yeah, I think we're running the end of the line here.
Yeah, sure.
We're getting to the end of the line. Oh, brother.
Yeah.
We'll hang around for a little more if anybody's got any stuff to talk about other than the same boring thing for the last 40 minutes. Holy cow.
Wasn't boring.
No, I have my own opinion.
Uh-huh.
Not even any comments.
Yeah, dying down, Juke.
All right, so that's it. We're done.
Yeah, people got things to do. You'd be surprised they can't be listening to you all day. Yeah. Yeah, Joe. It's gonna be a
Wow.
quiet day today. I'm gonna rest today.
What else you got planned?
Nothing. I'm gonna rest today.
You always rest every day.
Yeah. I need to rest. I take gabapentin. That makes me tired.